Welcome to the breakdown. I'm Matt. He's Shay. We're here to cover all the new news in sports. That is not a New Heights reference. Don't sue me, Jason Kelsey and Travis Kelsey. Uh, just the news that is going on in sports right now. What's hot, what's not, and yeah, here we go.
And we're gonna break it all down.
Yeah. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Well, first off, just want to get this off my chest. Jaylen Brown to the goddamn Sixers.
what
What
were
the
they
hell?
doing?
It's pissing me off. It's just pissing me off. And not only was to the Sixers, we got absolutely nothing. The Celtics got a bag of chips. They got two first
They got
rounders, and then Paul George, 54-year-old Paul George. Are you serious? It's just pissing me off. Pissing
Yeah,
me
they
off.
fleeced Shaw. They fleeced Shaw. That was like the one
Ugh.
time where I was kind of shocked that the Sixers did anything. Because I'm a big Philadelphia fan, but the Sixers get on my nerves. They get on my nerves the way their front office runs, how they run things, how they seemingly value their front office, their coaching staff over players, and that bothers me. They've done that all my life. So
Mhm.
it was kind of cool to see them pull the trigger on something like this. Now, will it how Jaylen Brown is going to mesh with Maxey and Embiid and VJ Edgecombe is
Yeah. I mean,
still.
you're not even a 76ers fan. I mean, you love Philly sports, but you're not even a Sixers fan because you just hate that organization. And this just seems like the first ever move that's actually good for them. I mean, they pulled off a spectacular blockbuster trade, and yeah, now I mean, Jaylen Brown is gone from the Celtics. End of an era,
I would
and a
say
new
I'm more
era for the
just.
Sixers.
I wouldn't say I'm not a fan. I would say I'm more of like a forever disgruntled person when it comes to them, just because the
Mm,
cat. Like I grew up loving Allen Iverson,
right.
and when the how they kind of did the all their business with him sat wrong with me. It was like you don't get rid of a guy who's that important to your team. Care
Mm-hmm.
what his
Right.
attitude's like at that point. AI
Right.
led the league in scoring the year prior. So it was like, what do you value? Do you want your players to play well, or do you want them to fall in line and do what they're told? It's the same issue with Jimmy Butler. Because there's
Right.
no way in hell that you can sit here and tell me that Tobias Harris is a better player than Jimmy Butler.
He's not. He wasn't. Yeah,
I
that's
remember
bad.
sitting there watching Jimmy Butler take them to the finals. Yes, they lost. A big deal. But I remember watching him take them to the finals, and I'm like, listen, watching him take the Heat to the finals. I'm like, listen, if he would have stayed with Philadelphia, I think Philadelphia would have been in the NBA finals.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
I
I
mean, yeah.
mean, Jimmy's been passed around the whole league at this point. But at the same time, it's like he's still a better player than Tobias Harris. You're gonna tell me you value Tobias Harris more than you value Jimmy Butler's talent? Come on. It's just so. I mean, it is nice to see them doing something with, and I want to see them succeed. I want them to succeed. I want them to prove me wrong. But yeah, they have yet to prove me wrong, and it's constant. I mean, they've wasted Embiid's years. They just got a Maxi like couple years ago.
Well, I mean,
So I mean,
wasted Embiid's years. I think he still has some in his tank left, especially after this Jalen trade. Maybe he's gonna try. Maybe he's actually gonna try now. Now that he has like a competent team around him. I mean, Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Brown, Embiid. That's a real great lineup right there.
well,
And
no,
VJ Edgecombe. I mean, that's crazy. And
I
now
think
there's
he needs to
reports
be
they could even
relegated
get
to the
LeBron.
bench.
Who's on the bench now?
I think Embiid needs to go to the bench.
What? That's a
He's too
crazy
injury
take. He's one
prone.
of the
He's
best
too
centers in
injury
the
prone.
league.
He can't take the minutes. He
He
can't take the
single-handedly
minutes.
beat the Celtics 3-1 coming back in the
I
playoffs. When
understand that, but
Embiid
what
returned from
happened at the end of
injury,
that?
he absolutely slapped them.
He got hurt.
He got hurt, came back, and when he came back, the Celtics had no answer for him in the playoffs. That's how the 76ers came back in the playoff.
Well,
3
I
to 1.
understand that, but he got hurt towards the end of it again.
That's true,
He
and that's
just
how they
finished
lost
it
to the
out.
Knicks.
He
But
finished the
like,
game. My thing is can he handle starting five centers minutes in the NBA? That's my problem. They need another big to go to back him up. Somebody who's semi talented, who can come in and get rebounds and and like I don't need Embiid to produce offensively. He just needs to get rebounds and play defense. Because Maxey, Jaylen Brown now, VJ Edgecombe, that's your offense. Those are the guys who
Right.
are going to score you points.
Right. Well, here's the thing. Now, that's a crazy statement. That's like a Stephen A. Smith statement right there.
It's not.
But
I'm trying to.
you
My
have
thing
a
is,
point. You have
he
a point.
he's too injury prone.
He is. But here's the thing now that they have Jaylen Brown, they have a third or second option they can go to. So now they don't have to rely all of the scoring on Embiid. So like I said, the 76ers are in a real good prime position to make a good playoff run here. And also, they could get LeBron, which I think would be crazy. Where do you think LeBron is going to go?
I think he goes back to Miami or he goes back to Cleveland. I think he's coming towards the end of his career. I think he
He
goes to
wants
one
to
of
make it a
those.
storybook ending on one of his old teams, is what you're saying.
Pretty much, yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. But that's just not as fun as seeing him go to the Golden State Warriors or the
Ugh.
Philadelphia 76ers. That would be
This
kind of
is why.
crazy, right?
This is why I always say Jordan is better than LeBron, and I stand on it.
Whoa. What do you mean by that?
LeBron is the version of a homie hopper.
Homie
Just for the
Hopper.
NBA, he's the version of a homie hopper.
Homie Hopper.
He does not stick with. He's not loyal. The man is not loyal. He is not
I
loyal,
mean,
and he never
yeah.
will be loyal. It's like look at Jordan. Look at Kobe. They played their whole careers pretty much with one team. We're not going to talk about Jordan's Wizards stint because it doesn't count. Does not count one bit.
All
The
right.
Bulls
All
were
right.
the Wizards were not contenders, so we're going to keep that there. Like LeBron's a great
Oh,
player. He's going to go down as one of the greatest players of all time, if not arguably the greatest player of all time in a lot of people's minds. But in my mind, he's not better than Jordan. He's not better than Kobe.
all
Like,
right. Well, that's a discussion for a different episode. That's,
fine, fine.
but
You don't want me to go on that tangent.
I will say, I mean, maybe if he comes back to the Cavs or the Heat, then he will have some loyalty left.
I will respect that. If you go either to the Cavaliers or the Heat, fine. Go back, finish your career, and then go off into the sunset with the teams that gave you your shot.
It'll be like the cherry on top, the rose, the storybook ending, you know. But what will be more fun is if he goes to the Golden State Warriors and plays with Steph and plays with G Butler. That would be crazy.
I can't see it.
No, no.
What's his role there?
His role is to be LeBron.
Bring camera crews? Bring the press?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. His
Oh,
role is to be. Imagine if Philly gets LeBron. Then you have five, pretty much five players that are superstars. Your whole lineup. That would be crazy. Then, if LeBron goes to Philly, do you think they win a chip? Yes or no?
I think they could win a chip right now.
That's true. That's true too. That's true too. LeBron would get back
Um,
to it. You're right. You're right.
I think
Fair
if
point.
LeBron goes to Philly, if he can, if he understands going there that he's not the guy,
Mm, right. Makes
because
sense.
he's not going to be there long term. He's not their franchise guy. He's not the. If he can go there and play his part and do what LeBron does, at least if only for a year or two,
Right. Right.
like then yes, I could say that 100% certainty they'll probably win the NBA Finals.
Where do you think he's gonna end? Well, I mean, you guys see what you say, Cavs and Heat. I think, mm, I, that makes sense. But there was this picture, like this tweet with like his agent, and on the whiteboard it had like all the teams. I don't know if you saw that.
I did not know.
Yeah, it had all the teams. And I also heard a report LeBron said every single team except for like three or four called him. So I guess 28 teams are on the table for LeBron. So I have no idea where he's gonna go, truthfully.
I mean,
I'm gonna.
he still produces. You can't take that
Right.
away from him.
I mean, any team wants the GOAT just for publicity, but like, if I were a betting man, I would say, I'd say Golden State Warriors. I think
Any
that'd be
team
kind of
that
crazy
gets
for him to post
LeBron,
Steph.
you're putting butts in seats.
Oh yeah, for sure,
Butts
for
in
sure,
seats. If LeBron goes to that team, you're getting asses in seats.
for sure, for sure. I think Golden State.
You'll be able to raise your concessions prices. You'll be able to raise your
True.
tickets, and people will buy them.
I think he's gonna go play
So
with Steph, and I think that would be a crazy, crazy tandem. It'll be like one last ride for both of those guys. Do you think Bronny James is gonna go where LeBron goes? Is he gonna
no,
follow him?
no.
No?
If I was Bronny James, right? I'm not following my dad. I want to create my own legacy. I want to try to step out of my dad's shadow. That shadow
That
is
makes
long.
sense. That makes sense.
That shadow is global. That's a globally held shadow. That
That is
shadow.
true. That makes a lot of sense, but like if you think about it, the only way he got on the Lakers roster in the first place is because of his dad. If he wants to make an NBA roster, he needs to follow his dad.
Are you calling Bronny a nepo baby right now?
Yes.
All
Oh
right,
yeah.
fair enough. He is kind of a nepo baby.
Thank you.
He averaged what, like the points he averaged, and this is my problem with it. We gotta get off this, but I'm gonna say this, and then we can move on to the next topic. What he did in college doesn't even constitute being drafted.
Yeah. No.
If his name was not LeBron James Jr.,
Right.
he's not being drafted. Anybody who knows sports, anybody who knows ball, knows that those numbers he had were abysmal.
Oh yeah. Oh
They were
yeah,
not
that's true.
great.
That's true.
And
Even
I mean,
even what he did in the G League or in the Summer League or whatever was just not enough to constitute going into the NBA. But I mean, hey, just because his name is James, right? So I mean,
mhm.
last name
I think LeBron might have forced him to come out of college, if I'm being honest with you.
probably, yeah,
Like, you need to
yeah.
come out so we can do this father son
So
thing, regardless if you're ready
exactly,
or not. Because
exactly.
if you gave Bronny a couple more years in college, I thought he would be more valuable
Oh
to a
yeah,
team
he would be more
than he is right
valuable.
now.
He would develop, but now it's just like he's too young. However, I will say he did get a little bit better near the end of the season. Like he was
He did,
actually
yeah.
like putting up points and stuff near the end of the season. Still not
He,
very good, but like better than
I
he
mean,
was. So he developed.
I don't want to close the door on him just yet.
Right.
So, like, just see how he progresses over the next couple years, and we'll see. But I
Oh
don't
yeah,
think he
for
follows his
sure.
dad.
For sure.
That's my point of view. I wouldn't.
One thing I do want to say about moving back to Jaylen Brown is the reason why he was traded. I know a lot of people are confused. They're just like,
Yeah,
why
clear
the
that up
hell did
for
this
us.
happen? Well, all right. I actually saw an Instagram story that was like a fucking conspiracy theory that like it has to do with like Jeffrey Epstein and like Israel, and I was like, that is just not the reason. But I thought it was very funny. And there was like tons of people that actually believed it. I was like, wow, this is crazy. But no, that's not the reason. It's not some conspiracy theory with Israel. The real reason is because of the CBA. The CBA is this new way that NBA is going to do their contracts and their cap space and their roster management and how they pay players and how they give people money and contracts. So next year it's going to come into effect. And if you're over the tax limit, if you're over like the cap space, like how they have it in the NFL, then you're gonna get taxed to hell. And so Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they both want super max contracts, and they just can't. They can't pay two players super max contracts, or else they're gonna go way over the cap limit, and they're gonna get taxed to death by this new CBA coming into effect next year. So they had to offload Jaylen Brown.
All right, I have to hear it before we move on. If Jaylen Brown was still on the Celtics, and it was Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and you had to get rid of one, who are you letting walk?
Okay. 2 years ago, I think I would have said Tatum. However, or no, I would have said, wait, hold on. Let me let me think about this. Let me think about this. the thing that really gets me is that Tatum broke his Achilles. There is really only one or two players that have come back from a broken Achilles. That's a huge injury. And that guy was Kobe Bryant. So unless Tatum can be Kobe Bryant, then
He
he's
wanna
not.
be Kobe. He's a
He
wannabe
wants
Kobe.
to be. He's a Kobe
Doesn't
wannabe.
mean
He
he is
wants to be.
Kobe.
He even followed his same injury, which is crazy. But like, unless he's on that level, then he's not going to return to his same talent, which is why I don't understand why we're banking on a guy who just came back from an Achilles injury and he looked pretty bad in the playoffs. That's kind of why we, lost 3 to
I
1.
I was
He looks
shocked.
bad
I
in the
was
playoffs. So like I wish we would have got rid of Tatum. I don't know why we're banking on a guy who, broke his Achilles. So yeah, I mean a
Jaylen
couple
Brown
years ago
carried
I would
y'all.
have said right. I mean, a couple years ago, I would have said, get Brown out of here. He's a locker room cancer, blah, blah, blah. But now, I mean, Brown, took this team to the playoffs single-handedly. He's not injured. He's healthy. He's still young. And now Tatum, we're banking on a guy that's injured, and Tatum, I mean, I just don't get it. So a couple years ago,
Well,
I would have said Brown. Now I'm saying Tatum, but the Celtics, I mean, they made their decision. So Brad Stevens
Philly
made his
just
decision.
traded
So
Browns. That's all they did. They just traded Browns. Sixers got Jaylen Brown, and the Patriots got AJ Brown.
that is actually the reason behind the scenes, isn't it? Right?
Yep, that is the only reason. Philly was
That's
like, "We
the
need a
actual
Brown
reason.
back." They were like, "We need a Brown back, so give us what you got."
The owners behind the scenes worked it out. It was a football basketball trade.
A
Patriots get AJ.
multi
Multi-sport
sport trade
trade behind the
is
scenes. That's our
insane.
conspiracy theory. That's
It's
it right
insane.
there. That's insane. But
All right,
yeah.
moving on. USA fumbling at the World Cup once again. Wow.
Trash.
It was
Trash.
embarrassing. Embarrassing. Now
Trash.
Belgium's a great soccer country. They're really good.
Even after Donald Trump himself got back our best player just so he could play and he like revoked the red card, even still, we did jack shit and we lost 4 to 1 in an embarrassment on home
Oh,
turf.
did you
Ugh, it was
see?
awful.
I was asking you before we started. You saw the goal, right? They went in.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the goal to put up Belgium 3 to 1 and just absolutely break all of our
Oh,
hearts. That was awful. The goalie kicked the ground. I don't know how you're a professional soccer player and you missed the ball. He whiffed on it and he let the Belgium guy just go in and just freaking kick it right into the goal. That was
fun
sad.
fact. Fun fact about the goalie. My girlfriend's um cousins, they went to school with this guy.
Really?
They went to school with this guy. And they said, and this is what they said when we were at the at we
But wait,
because
went to
we
school with him in high school or Harvard?
in
Because
high school.
okay, because I know the goalie went to Harvard. I remember one of the commentators mentioning that.
Well, yeah, they went to high school with him, and they were saying that it blew their mind that he was in the World Cup because he sucked in high school. He sucked so bad. I'm like, for real? Really? You guys know that guy? And they were like, yeah, he was pretty bad. Oh yeah, he was pretty
Oh
bad at
no.
soccer.
Oh no.
And it was like when he gave up his being at Harvard to go play soccer, we were kind of like, what? No way.
Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense that like he went to Harvard because he's getting a good education. He's not gonna bank on being a soccer player. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I
he
do
gotta
know.
go, he should have stuck with just being like a lawyer or a scientist or something and not being a freaking goalie because that was sad. But to be fair though, the game was not
To be
on the
fair,
goalie. To be fair, to be fair,
to be fair,
to be fair, the
to
game was
be
not
fair.
just on that goalie. It was on our entire team. I
Oh
heard a
yeah, 100%.
statistic. I heard a statistic that we haven't even the U.S. soccer team hadn't even had a shot on goal until like the 70th minute, which is that's ridiculous. And then our defense, did you see that first goal?
I did not. I missed the first goal. I missed the first two goals. I saw the third one, which was ridiculous,
Oh,
and
yeah.
and
Well,
then I
the
turned
first
it off.
one, to be fair, the first one was just as embarrassing because like So the left winger, he kicked it into the middle, and there was just a big old group of, players in the middle, and pretty much the five, American defensive guys in the middle in front of the goal just watch the ball go right in the middle and then let the Belgium guy just kick it right in. They just fell asleep. It was
Well,
sad.
I was
So
lack of
defense,
heart. That's what it
offense,
was.
goalie, we all sucked.
This was supposed to be America's year. We kicked ass at the Olympics.
Yeah,
We beat Canada.
yeah.
Like this was supposed to be our year. This was
We stole hockey
and
from Canada. We were gonna steal soccer from the world, and we just disappointed.
steal nothing. No, we embarrassed. And as the home like represented country for the World Cup,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's embarrassing. Like it's not okay.
Well,
You
we just
think
had
you
to
would
get that.
play a little harder. So, but no.
So we had to get that off our shoulders. Very sad, very brutal. But what do you think about who's gonna win this whole thing? Actually, just a couple hours ago, Egypt, and
Blue
Argentina
chunks.
played, and Argentina had an amazing comeback, and Messi came back down 0-2, and they came back and won 3-2 in the last 13 minutes. It was absolutely crazy. But who do you think is going to win this whole thing? Is it going to be Argentina? Is it going to be France? Who do you think?
Uh, see, I'm not a big watcher of soccer or football.
Football.
I
If you don't know, that's okay. That's okay. But
if
like,
I'm gonna say anything, I'm gonna say Argentina because Messi. Everybody knows Messi. I'm one of those casuals who knows Messi. So there you go.
fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, they're defending champs, ranked number one. They got Messi. Just had a
I
crazy
mean, I
comeback.
loved playing soccer. I was pretty good too, but I can't stomach
Honestly,
watching it.
I think soccer is one of those sports where it's better to play than watch. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
100%.
100%, 100%. We got Norway versus England coming up. We got not sure who Argentina plays. I think
They get
Spain
a
and
little bit of
France
a
play or
breather, don't they?
something. Yeah, all I know is Norway versus England is gonna come up, and that's Holland versus Harry Kane. It's the Vikings versus the Englishmen once again, like how it was done in the medieval ages. That's gonna be a very fun
Who you
match to
got?
watch. So we'll see who wins that. We'll see. I
Who do you
don't know if
have?
I have any predictions yet. I think I have England over Norway just because Norway they legit only have Holland and no one else. So,
All right, so here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to be nuts here. I'm going to make a crazy statement.
okay.
Norway wins it all.
Bro, if that
Take back my
happens,
Argentina. Take back my Argentina thing. Norway wins it all.
if that happens that's actually wild. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. That'll be a lot of fun. That'd be a lot of
They'll be
fun,
like,
but
"Can you tell the future?" Be like, "No, I just make ridiculous statements that are nigh near impossible for to happen."
right.
But
I
there
mean,
you go.
you don't actually believe them. You're not going to put money on it, but you just throw it out there.
I'm throwing it out there. I'm putting it out there in case it happens. Then I could be like, "You heard it here first on the breakdown."
Heard it here first on the breakdown. Norway wins the championship. I'm not sure I have a prediction for who's gonna win just yet, because um we're going well, that was the round of 16. All the round of 16 games are finished. Now we're going on to the final 8 teams. I wish I had like all the teams on a list right now. I
Hold
wasn't
on, let me
prepared.
see.
All right, we're gonna do a little research here.
I'm just gonna look it up on my phone. Final eight teams World Cup.
I know, I mean, honestly, France has looked unbeatable. They haven't really, had shown any weaknesses at all. So I think they'll at
Hold
least
on.
make it to the finals. I don't know if they'll win.
Seeing Norway. Seeing Belgium going up against Spain. Then you have
Belgium versus Spain.
France.
Okay.
France versus Morocco. That's MOR is Morocco, right?
Yep. Yep.
And then you have Norway versus England. So it's Argentina's either going to go up against Sweden, or what is yellow, blue, and red?
That could be a number of teams. I don't know.
Well, there's a yeah. Right now, it's
It doesn't
they're
say.
still waiting. They're still waiting. I think.
Oh, there might be one last game tonight. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's one. I think it's the Swedes versus yeah, Swedes versus whoever yellow, blue. Wait, let me see. I'm reading an article. It will just tell me.
Yeah, it's about to be like it doesn't just say what team. It just
No.
shows the flag.
Shows the flag because I'm looking at like a bracket.
Hmm.
Uh, Colombia.
No. Oh yeah, yeah, Colombia. Okay, okay.
So it's Switzerland or Colombia. Will face Argentina. Belgium faces Spain. England, Norway, France, Morocco. Dude, what if Morocco beats France?
Well, this is actually a rematch of like the quarterfinal from last World Cup, and France did beat them. But hey, maybe Morocco will get their revenge. Or Morocco's not actually a bad soccer country. They like their soccer there, so yeah, it could happen. Could very well
It's a
happen.
beautiful country. Oh man.
Beautiful country, great food, great women. We love Morocco here. We love them.
Have you ever met a Moroccan woman?
No, just seen them online.
No.
So yeah.
I can't believe you just said that, but thank you for your honesty. Uh, what are we doing? Moving on to next NHL news.
Yeah, I know Philly just got somebody. You want to tell us
They
what that
didn't get
is?
him yet. They offered him Leo Carlson an $18 million annual contract. So $18 million a year. It's just an offer sheet because he's a restricted free agent. So the Ducks can match. Now the Ducks general manager Pat Verbeek or whatever his name is, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah, Pat Verbeek said that he would match any offer handed out there, but he wasn't expecting $18 million a year because the Ducks had already previously offered Leo Carlson between 12 and 13 million a year. He turned that down. He said, "No, I can think I can get as high as 15."
Hmm.
And here
No.
comes Danny Briere playing the gangster move, big
Yeah.
baller move. He said, "No, we are willing." The Flyers haven't had a 1C, which for those who don't know, it's your center. It's the person who does your face off when the puck is dropped. It's the person you have there.
Yep.
Flyers haven't had one for a very long time, like a true 1C. Leo Carlson is 21 years old. Most of his contract that the Flyers have offered is based in incentives and bonuses.
Right.
So, like, they offered him a lot. He has signed it. So, if the Ducks don't match by Friday, they get 4 first-round picks over the next 4 years from the Flyers.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a big ask. You're giving up a lot for
Now, now,
now. Do
as a hockey guy, explain to the audience, is this guy worth it for this amount of money?
no, he's a
No.
great player, but it's an
Okay,
overpay.
so do you want him or not? As a
I no,
Philly
hear
fan,
me
do you
out.
want him or not?
Hold on, hear me out. It's an overpay. It is a
Right.
clear overpay.
Okay.
That he would become the highest paid player in the NHL over McDavid,
That would be crazy.
over um Kale
Pasternak,
McCarr,
everybody.
everybody. He's the highest paid player in the NHL.
Right.
Think on that. He's a
Yeah.
21-year-old kid. Now, I think it's an overpay, but I think it was something that was necessary. If you wanted to get him to sign, it was necessary. If you wanted to steal him from the Ducks, it was necessary to offer something so outrageous that Pat Verbeek and the Ducks front office isn't willing to pay.
Makes sense. Hey, it makes
So
sense.
it's an overpay.
I
It's
think it's gonna
100%
look
an
like an
overpay.
overpay right now, but it's gonna be
But
worth it because this guy has all the potential.
in a couple years, it could look like like a steal.
Exactly.
I like the
Exactly.
kid. I think the kid's a star. I just my only fear is, are we able to re-sign Zegras and Drysdale? Like those are my concerns, and we're gonna
Right.
have to drop people. People are getting
Right.
dropped now, whether that's Rasmus Ristolainen, whether that's Owen Tippett getting gone. Like I don't know. It could be anybody at this point. But I know Zegras and Drysdale aren't going anywhere. Offer sheets can't be made to them because they signed for arbitration. That means that they can't be they got to figure it out with the Flyers.
Right. They got to figure out all their
So
contracts, all their money, and all that good stuff. So,
so I mean, I maybe the people who view this don't know what an offer sheet is, but essentially you can have a player on a team who is a free agent but is a restricted free agent in the sense that that team they're on has the first rights to sign them, and they have the right to match any offer that is handed out. So that is
interesting.
essentially what an offer sheet is. If the Ducks, we don't know yet. I mean, we still have like 3 more days. But if the Ducks by Friday don't match the offer, which I don't think they will, I think the Ducks and Pat Verbeck are historically cheap. They made a cheap offer to him. Well, I mean, $12
Right.
million is not cheap, but he knew he could get more.
Right.
I think Danny Briere is showing that he's willing to play dirty because this is a dirty move by the Flyers. It's a real dirty move.
Yeah.
It's scumbag hockey. This is scumbag front office. Like, right? Like, this is a dirty move. You basically are
Classic
basically telling.
Philadelphia right there.
I mean, you're calling.
Scumbag.
Pat Verbeck went on and said they would match any offer given to Leo
Mm.
Carlson.
Seems like
And
they're aggressive and they want this guy.
yeah, and I want him. I love the kid. I think he's great. I think he's going to be. I think he's everything we need. I think if we could keep him, we can keep Zegras, and we can get Mishkov to come to the season in shape. Got a bug bite. In shape, I think we could be. I think Leo Carlson could push us to contention. I think he takes us out of rebuilding, and I think he puts us on the path to winning a Stanley Cup. Maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but in 3, 4 years, I think that he puts us in that road.
Well, I was just gonna ask you because like the Flyers, they just made a real great playoff run, beating the Pens in the first round. It was kind of unexpected. It was unexpected for them to even make the playoffs, and then they, made a good little run there. Would this move essentially, put them, past the, you know, what am I trying to say here? Like, you know what I'm
Push them
trying to
over the
say?
top, like push them
Push them
past
over the top.
Carolina.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Would have pushed them over the top.
Uh, I don't want to say it pushes them over the top, but I want to think it gives them a few more handholds to get to the top.
Hmm.
It gets them. I think it gives them the ability to contend with teams like the Lightning, with teams like especially with Porter Martone. Oh my God, completely
Yeah.
forgot about Marty Supreme.
Marty
But like,
Supreme. Yeah.
but like, you could see it. They're building a cast of young, skilled players,
Right.
and if they can keep Zegras, I would be okay with Drysdale going. I know people
Hmm.
don't want to hear that, but if Jamie Drysdale is like the remnants of the Cutter negotiated trade, I don't even want to hear it. We lost that trade. I think
Right.
this is Danny
Yeah.
Briere's way of getting revenge, right?
Yeah.
But like, no, I don't think it pushes them over the top. I don't want to sit here and say they're Stanley Cup like champions.
But maybe in a couple years,
In a
they.
couple years, yeah, but it
Yeah.
gives them a chance to contend with because that Carolina Hurricanes, what third line, disgusting. It was awful. It
Well,
was awful to play against.
you got the Canes. You got. Well, I was gonna say Florida, but they looked awful this year. But typically they're a
Buffalo's looking
contender.
young and
Buffalo's
nasty.
looking young. Tampa's always a contender. So you got a lot of
I
guys,
never
a lot
really
of
count the
teams.
Bruins out, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you got all these teams that you have to like contend with and
Right. And it
play
seems like
with.
Philly's making the right steps forward. So we'll see if they
Yeah.
get this guy. We'll see. We'll see.
Because this also means that Zegras can move away from center and he can go back out
Mm,
playing wing.
play the wing and then score some goals. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's one thing the Bruins have always struggled on. Ever since they lost Bergeron, they haven't really had a true number one center. So
They're
it's
hard to find.
they're hard to find, and that's why
Consider
they're
them
gonna
like the
overpay for
quarterback in
this
the
guy,
NFL.
right? It's
They're
like
like
a
the
really good
quarterback of the
left
NFL.
tackle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's hard to find.
Yeah, so that's why they're gonna kind of overpay for this young superstar. So, I
And
mean,
if they get them, great. If they don't, they basically what they showed me. If they don't get them, is that they're willing to go get something.
true, true. They're willing
Because
to be
I
aggressive.
I had that doubt in Danny Briere for a while whether he had the stones to basically call other GMs bluffs and push like the
Hmm,
risky move. Like
right,
this is the risk. This is the as risky as you can get.
right.
Because now if you do get him, you have to hope that he's everything you hope for,
Hmm.
right? Which I mean, he's showing signs of greatness. It's clear. But now, if you do get him, you got to work the cap like you never had before because it's pretty much depletes their cap space. They still have to sign Zegras and Drysdale, which is where I told you Ristolainen might be gone. Tippett might be gone too.
Hmm.
Dude, I would even be all for getting rid of Travis Konecny. He kind of got on my nerves. Like
Yeah, yeah,
I love TK, but like down the line, like he just hasn't been performing. Like
right.
especially during the
It
playoff
comes
run.
to a point. Yeah, I get you. I
During the
get you.
playoff run, he was almost non-existent.
Right.
Didn't even see him, and then he just complained the whole time. I'm like, dude, go out there, score goals. That's what you're here for.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what Philadelphia loves you for. Not complaining.
Do we have any baseball talk at all? I mean, do we have any
Yeah.
talking points for that?
Um.
I know the All-Star game, home run derby, all that good stuff is coming next week. So we're already at the midway point for baseball. We can talk a little more about baseball next week when it's All-Star weekend and that long weekend. But
I'm
I
trying to
just want to
go to.
say the Red Sox have randomly won like 7 games in a row.
How's that
They
make you feel?
swept they swept the Yankees and then they won a couple of games against the Angels. And now they've randomly been on like a 7 game winning streak out of nowhere, even though they've been absolutely terrible this year. And it was announced Chapman got an All Star, Wilson Contreras got an All Star. He was snubbed, but now they just recently, like this morning, called him up to be an All Star. And then I think our third All Star was Ranger Suarez, who honestly has been kind of
Love
like
me.
hot and cold. But yeah, Ranger Suarez isn't he one of your
Let
guys?
Ranger let Ranger get into a mode and you'll love him. I love Ranger Danger to this day.
Yeah.
So I call him
Yeah,
old Ranger
he's one of your
Danger.
guys. He's one of your guys. So he's kind of a hot and cold kind of guy, but when he's hot, he's a really dominant starting pitcher. So Sox came out with
Phillies are on
3 All
fire.
Stars, and then yeah, Philadelphia is very much on fire.
Got old Christopher Sanchez out there throwing gas. Zach Wheeler's back and pitching, which made me so happy when I saw him come back. 'Cause, dude, he could have died from that injury he had.
What was
It
his
was something
injury?
in his neck. It was something in his neck, like a
Interesting.
vessel popped or something. I don't know. It was
Oh,
something
shit.
insane. Or it was
Huh.
in his shoulder or something. Something insane.
Hmm.
Like, but like
Yeah.
he's
Well,
back
that's
and he's
scary. But he's back
pitching
now,
well.
so good for Zach Wheeler.
We got Johan Duran back there. I only wish that Ranger was still here. Because for what Ranger was a great third pitcher. Like you don't want
Yeah.
Ranger as your all time like you don't want him at your top of your starting pitcher order. But if you had to
Right.
go in like a 7 game series, he comes in game 3, game 4,
Oh yeah.
throws an amazing game, and then walks out, and you see him like 6 games later. Like that dude when
Oh
and it
yeah.
came to the playoffs, he was so clutch, so
And that's kind
clutch.
of the reason why the Sox have been struggling. That was kind of a steal they got in the offseason, Ranger Suarez to the Red Sox. But like now they're relying on him to be their number one guy because Garrett
And he is
Crochet
not a
got
number one
injured,
guy.
and he's not a number one guy. And that's one of the reasons why the Sox have kind of struggled. But one of the reasons they've come on this 7 game winning streak and they've kind of found themselves maybe hopefully on the second stretch of the season They got two new young pitchers. I don't know if you know him, the guy with the mustache, Peyton Tolley. He's been a lot of fun to watch.
Let me see. Is his mustache impressive?
Oh yeah. He's a specimen. He's like the most
How do you spell
American
his last
looking
name? Tolle?
Tolle, yeah.
He looks
Or
like that's a
maybe
70s porn stash. That's a
I'm
70s
telling you,
porn
bro.
stash, dude.
I'm telling you, Peyton Tolley's a dog.
That's
He's
a
a
trucker
dog.
stash.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And he's been a real young, real good pitcher. So, I mean, the guy's 6'6", 250. I mean, that's crazy. So, I mean,
6'6",
6'6",
250.
2 he could play tight end. And then who is the other Red Sox um
Damn.
young pitcher? Connor Early. Connor
Jeez.
Early, 24-year-old. He's also been doing really good. So, I mean, the Sox have they got some guys to, build around. It's just a lot of other guys like Roman Anthony has been injured. So, the Red Sox have
Dude,
been very hot and
injuries
cold. So,
injuries will kill you. My dad taught me an interesting stat about baseball.
what's that?
So like, and I don't know if he's right or not, but he's usually right when it comes to stuff like this, but he was like, if you see somebody who has a batting average of like 250, that means out of 100 times they're at the plate, they've only hit the ball 25 times.
Yeah, that's a crazy stat to think about. Yeah.
I didn't even like know that. So he was like, when you look at a 300 hitter, that's like amazing. That's why when people are like, "Oh, he's batting for 300," it's like, "Oh, yeah, bet three's batting for
hmm
300." But when you put it in this the fraction,
Yeah, that
it's
that perspective. Yeah.
it's only 30 out of 100, which is kind of horrifying.
Yeah.
It means
Yeah.
he has a 70% chance. I think I'm doing that math wrong. Before I sound dumb on the podcast. But he taught me this the other day. I mean, he was talking to me for like an hour. He was like, "Yeah, that's what that means." He's like, because I was like, because
Yeah,
Bryce
it's
Harper
crazy to
was
think
up.
about.
Bryce Harper was up, and he was hitting like a 254, and I was like, "Damn, that sucks." And my
hmm
dad goes, "That's you're nuts. 254 is a great batting average." He's like, "It's better than most." And he goes, "You want to know?" And I'm just like, "Okay, so what?" And here's a crazy stat for you. You want to know the difference between 250 and batting 300?
Point 50.
5 hits.
5 hits. Yeah. That's
Five
crazy.
hits.
Yeah.
Five more hits and you're batting 300.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how
And
hard baseball is, man. 5 more hits and
well,
you're considered an all-star.
because me and my dad we got into an argument. And I said I could stand in and not flinch away with like a Cy Young pitcher throwing like 90 miles per hour at me. I was like, I could stand in my ground in the box.
hmm
Do you think in a major league game, I'm not talking about whether I get a hit or not or whether I get on base, do you think I could stand in the box without flinching?
Well, here's the thing. If it's he, all right. So if you're a right-handed batter and it's a right-handed pitcher, what he's gonna do is he's gonna throw a slider or curveball that looks like it's coming directly at you, and it's gonna drop right in the zone, and you're gonna back up and flinch, and you're gonna look like an idiot. That's
So
what's
you
gonna
think I'd
happen.
flinch? You think I'd flinch?
Yes, that's what's gonna happen. Because here's the thing, you're
You have to
you're
see it to flinch.
Well, dude, so
I'm not
he's
seeing it. I'm gonna
no, what?
stand there still like this and be like, "Did you pitch yet?"
And you're gonna close your eyes?
No, I'm just gonna be like, "Did you throw it?" I'm
Dude,
not gonna see it.
what they're gonna do, what they're gonna do is they're gonna throw a curveball or slider. It's gonna look like it's coming directly at you, and it's gonna curve back in for a strike, and you're gonna back out of the box,
I'm
and you're
not
gonna
backing out of
flinch.
the box. I
Yes, you
got
are.
stones, okay? I got stones. I'm not
Not not
soft.
not not when it's coming at you at 80 miles per hour.
I got stone. If listen, I could take it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well,
All
you
right,
know
to
what?
finish the show off, I want to do something. Give me your top five wide receivers of all time, and I'll give you my top five. This is to finish the show off.
You know, I kind of like
This
this. I kind of like at
I
the
want to
very end
do
of the
this at the end
show.
of each show. Do
At
like a
the end of
top five.
we go with like a random, no research, no preparation before. You just go right into it. And so, okay, you're gonna test my ball knowledge. I'll go Jerry
Yep.
Rice number one, Randy Moss
Okay,
number
simple.
two, Terrell Owens number three, Calvin Johnson four, and Julio Jones number five. That's my top
Julio?
five. Yeah, the
Julio?
the best wide
He
receiver
couldn't
of the
score touchdowns.
2010s.
He couldn't score
What?
touchdowns.
He's the best wide receiver of the 2010s. I mean, Calvin Johnson, I mean, he's more of like 2000s, early 2010s. But like Julio played all of the 2010s. So that's why I'm saying. All right, who's your top five? Let's see it.
All right. All right, here you go. Number one, Randy Moss.
Randy over Jerry Rice?
Randy over Jerry.
Randy Moss has no consistency. I mean, he was a great in his prime.
What do you mean?
Randy Moss has no consistency. He was
What do
great for
you
like,
mean?
bro, okay. He was great for like 3 seasons on the Vikings.
Oh my god.
Then got injured and was terrible and did nothing for the Raiders. Had two more
He
good
went.
seasons for the Patriots. Then became. Look at his Pro Football Reference. Look at his stats. He's a very hot and cold player. He was he. Jerry Rice had like 20 years of consistency. He leads receivers in yards who are plus 40 years old. Okay? He's the main man of consistency. Randy Moss may be more dominant. You know, he may have higher highs. He may lead all time in touchdowns scored in one season, receiving touchdowns scored in one season. But like he has just no consistency at all. To put
Can
him
I
number
finish
one is
my list
crazy.
without judgment? Hold your judgment to the end.
Okay, okay, I'll argue at the end. Okay.
Randy, then Jerry Rice.
Okay.
You had Calvin at 4.
Mm-hmm.
You're tripping. Calvin's at 3.
Okay.
And not off stats, not off years played, off the sheer nightmare that he was to play against. You could
Okay.
put 2, 3, 4 people
You
on
want
him.
to talk about a
You could,
guy who couldn't score touchdowns in Julio? Calvin couldn't score touchdowns in Julio. He had like 2,000 receiving yards and like 3 touchdowns receiving. But keep going, keep going, keep going.
all right, so I have Randy, Jerry, Calvin,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Terrell Owens.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to hate this, but I'm going to say it. Mike Evans.
What? Mike Evans?
Mike Evans. If you're going to put Jerry
What?
on that list, you put Mike Evans on that list. We're talking about consistency.
Okay, yeah. Mike Evans was
10
consistent.
straight years
The
of
difference
a
of okay, here's the thing.
with
Let me
some of
get
the
into this.
shittiest quarterbacks you could ever imagine. Because
Let
he
me
didn't
get
always
into
have
this.
Tom. He didn't
Can
always
you let me
have.
speak?
I just said 4. I didn't even say the 5th one.
I thought that was the fifth one.
No.
No,
Yeah,
you
you're right.
had. Yeah,
Mike
that
Evans was the
fifth
5th one. Yep.
Okay. Let me get into this. Jerry Rice was consistently the best wide receiver in the game. You want to talk about consistency? Sure, Mike Evans was consistent, but he wasn't consistently the best wide receiver. He wasn't consistently an all-pro. He was consistently a Pro Bowler, like an all-star, but Jerry Rice was consistently an all-pro caliber, first-team, offensive player of the year type of guy every single year in and year out. Mike Evans may have like a 10-year streak of like 1,000-yard seasons, but he wasn't like the best wide receiver during those seasons. You can say Jay Jettis, Justin Jefferson is the best wide receiver during his time, or you can say AB or Julio Jones in the early 2010s was the better wide receiver. Even though, look, Mike Evans was consistent, but he wasn't consistently great.
All right. Actually, you just reminded me. I'm taking Randy. I'm taking Randy off. Taking Randy
Randy
off my
Moss?
list. Taking
Randy
Randy off
Moss?
my list,
Randy
and
Moss?
I'm keeping Randy on there. I'm taking To off my list.
T.O.
Flipping Randy and Jerry because the more I
Okay.
think about it, that was just a statement to piss people off.
I convinced you. I won my goddamn argument. Okay.
All right, there you go. You convinced me, and I'm putting AB in replacement of To.
But you're keeping Mike Evans there?
I'm keeping Mike Evans.
And you're putting AB on there. Hmm.
He was the most valuable wide receiver for 10, 11 years. This man at one point had nobody throwing him the ball. Before he got you, everybody wants to talk about. Oh, he had Tom Brady. He has Baker. Who do you have before Tom Brady and Baker throwing him the ball? Did he have
Uh,
Super Bowl caliber quarterbacks throwing him the ball?
no.
And he still managed to get over 1,000 yards receiving each year.
Yeah, I mean,
He
Calvin
broke
Johnson.
Jerry. He either broke or tied Jerry's record for most consecutive 1,000 yard seasons.
Look, I mean, some quarterbacks play with bad quarterback. I mean, some wide receivers play with bad quarterbacks. Some play with great ones. I mean, Calvin Johnson played with a whole bunch of crappy ones.
Jerry never had to play with a bad quarterback.
That's true. That's
He
true.
played
But at
with
the end of the
Joe.
day, he was amazing.
He played with Joe, and then he played with Steve. He played with Joe
Yeah,
Montana, then he played with Steve Young.
I
When Joe
think
Montana left, you think a franchise dies. There's no more Super Bowls. They're going to go on and win two more with Steve Young.
so. What you're saying is that you would rather have Mike Evans than Julio Jones.
Yes, easy. Oh, yes, easy. Give me Mike over Julio. Now Julio's talented, amazing, but get Mike Evans in the red zone, please. I do not fear Julio Jones in the red zone. I fear Mike Evans in the red zone.
That is just a crazy statement. That's a
Dude,
crazy statement.
I think Julio Jones is overrated. He's a great receiver, but he's overhyped.
That's wild. That's
No,
a
it's not.
wild
I
thing
think
to
Calvin
say.
Johnson is better than Julio Jones.
That's a debate. That's a debate. But Mike Evans, man, mm. Look. I love consistency. I love that he had freaking so many 1,000 yard seasons in a row. I mean, it's an incredible stat. He's an incredible player. But like, I don't even think I'm gonna look this up right now. I'm gonna look up his stat sheet. I don't even know if he made like a first team All Pro ever.
Mike Evans?
Let me check. I'm on ProFootballReference.com right now. I gotta verify I'm human. I'm not a robot. Okay, Mike Evans, 6-time Pro Bowler, no All Pros, no offensive player of the year, no nothing. He just consistently year out and year in, very good, but not great.
Listen here. Listen here, buddy. If all pros, I mean they matter, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's a voted award.
It's
It
true.
easily can swing and be like, oh, I don't like Mike Evans because I just don't like Mike Evans. Or
It's
Mike
true.
Evans is great, but he's not my pick to vote for this year. It's rigged. You got player and the NFL voting system is rigged. Shador Sanders made the Pro Bowl last year.
It's true.
So Nolan
I'll say
Ryan,
this, looking
one of
at
the
his
greatest pitchers of all time, never won a Cy Young award. Would you say he's winning the if one of if not the greatest pitcher of all time?
one of the yeah,
But never won a Cy Young. Does that diminish his value?
I guess not. And I will say, adding on to your point, there I'm looking at his stats right now. There are seasons where arguably he should have been an All-Pro caliber guy. 2023, 1,200 yards, 13 touchdowns, led the league in receiving touchdowns at 13. 2021, 1,000 touchdowns, 14 yards.
1,000
Um,
touchdowns.
huh?
Damn. You said 1,000 touchdowns. I was like, damn.
1,000 yards, 14 touchdowns. 2018, 1,500 yards, which wow, that's a really good year, and 8 touchdowns. So there are years where he could have been All Pro, but like I don't think there was a single year where he was definitively the best wide receiver because he played in an era with AB and Julio, and now in the later 2020s he played in an era with like Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Jackson Smith, Puka Nacua. So like he was always consistently like a top 5 guy, but not a number 1 guy. But look, I mean, it's your opinion. It's all good. I'm gonna say, you know what? It's valid. All right, it's valid. That's your list, and that's my list. All right.
And I respect your list. There's nothing wrong with your list at all.
My list is very I don't think it has many hot takes. I think it's very standard, you know. But I mean, yeah, yeah. I like
Oh,
your
you
list
know who we
today.
didn't put on there?
Who?
Larry. Larry Fitz.
All right, so you know what? If you put Larry Fitzgerald instead of Mike Evans, then I will be okay with that.
Fine, I'll put Larry Fitzgerald instead of Mike Evans. I just completely forgot he existed because he's like the Tim Duncan of the NFL. He's
He's the
boring.
Tim Duncan. He is the Tim Duncan. And you know what? I'm gonna look up Larry Fitzgerald's stats right now. Let's see.
Insanity. That's what it
Larry
is.
Fitzgerald, 11 Pro Bowls, one-time All-Pro on the 2010 Hall of Fame team, 2016 Walter Payton Man of the Year. So he's a good
He's a
man.
good guy. He's a
He's
good guy.
he's in the Hall of Fame. I mean, you want to talk about consistency. I mean, this guy's even more consistent and more dominant too. A little bit better in the stat sheet. Made a couple more All Pros. Made a couple more All Stars. Even longer career. 17 years of playing, all with Arizona. He's basically just Mike Evans, but just better. So honestly, you know what? Your list is valid, and I think put Larry Fitz on there. I think my list is valid too. I went with Julio instead. I still think he's the best wide receiver of the 2010s. You could argue that
AB is.
AB as well. You know what? That's a great debate right there. That is a great debate that many people have
Maybe we should
over
do a
the
show
years.
on the debate. AB pre Vontae's perfect hit and Julio Jones
Pre-Vontez perfect,
perfect hit.
perfect,
Yeah, it's
perfect.
perfect. I think perfect, something like that.
Vontez perfect. Pre that hit, yeah, where he got CTE. Yeah, that was pretty bad. That's pretty
I
bad.
shouldn't laugh. It's messed up. It's not cool, but
Yeah, yeah.
he got
Well,
he got rocked. I'm envisioning the play in my head right now. I'm not even watching a highlight of it. It's going through my brain. I'm watching. I watched that game.
yeah. You
I
know
remember
what's
seeing him get hit, and I'm like, he's dead.
I
He's not
can
alive.
watch that play in my head right now too, but I can also watch the play where Juju Smith-Schuster hit Vontez in my head
Oh,
too.
dude, didn't that make you feel so good?
Yeah, got his revenge. It's probably the only good thing Juju has ever done in his
Oh,
football
TikTok
career.
boy,
Yeah, that's like the
TikTok
toughest
boy.
thing TikTok boy has probably ever done. He's never done anything tougher than that. Anything as good as that.
Oh, Juju Smith-Schuster. Dude, at one point I used to like him too. I liked him when he was on the Steelers. He was gritty. He was nasty.
And then he did
Oh,
his oh
uh, at
oh
the
man.
talk about getting your priorities right. But
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
definitely think this was a great show. If you don't have
Yeah.
anything else to add, we can sign off for today.
Well, happy July 4th, happy FIFA World Cup, happy All-Star game, All-Star weekend. And yeah, go eat some cookout for me because I got none up here in New Hampshire. So,
Well, July 4th is past, my friend. It's July 7th.
right, well, I'm just saying happy,
Oh, like leftovers?
250th.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
I got you.
yeah.
I got you. I got you.
250th, Yeah.
250 years.
Yeah. Craziness. Alrighty.
All right, that's the breakdown. I'm Matt. Once again, he's Shay. Thanks for watching with us.
See you guys.